Wagwan with y'all. I want to start this off with a quick excerpt from Jefferson Fisher in The Next Conversation. Amazing book so far. I don't want to lose my page. So, he says, confidence doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you do it when you're scared. Confidence doesn't mean you're always right. It means you tell them when you're wrong. Confidence doesn't mean you avoid mistakes. It means you embrace them. And I feel like that's super important for the young men of this generation, especially with how society is nowadays. And when I read that, I completely agreed with it. And to go off of his thought on confidence, I had to recognize what society deems as confidence nowadays within, social media and everything. We almost turn it to a point to where that's not the confidence we're looking for. We're looking for validation. We're looking for the validation of other people to be accepted, and then we are granted confidence within ourselves. And I feel like that's such a big distinction, like such a big difference to mark. Like thinking that you need to have acceptance in another person's life to feel that confidence in your own life. And like when I realized that there's a difference between those two, I was asking myself how and like why. Why is that such a big difference nowadays? And to me, it came down to social media. On social media, everything's deemed as perfect. Like if you're not making this amount of money, like especially for men, in the Western world, if you're not making this amount of money, if you're not, if you don't have this many girls, if you don't drive this car, if you, dot, 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 you know what I mean? Everything on social media is deemed as perfect. So then we get suited into the image of that being the ideal life as a confident man, like a confident man. You know what I mean? Like it gets deemed and it gets set as a high status to where if you're not on that level, you can't be confident. If you're not on that level, you can't be a man. If you're not on that level, you can't do the things that bring you fulfillment in life. You know what I mean? And having that as a roadmap for young men, it's ruining us, because what if there's going to be a certain amount, like there's going to be a certain group of men that don't want that. Like not everybody wants a Ferrari SF90, you know what I mean? I do though, no, I'm playing, but not everybody wants a Ferrari. Not everybody wants 10 women. Not everybody wants hundreds of millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So like, why are we deeming that as the status as for a confident man? You know what I mean? Like those, like the Ferrari, the hundred millions of dollars, the 10 women, that's a status set for another person. So when that person sees another person doing that and having that thing within their life, then they deem them as, okay, you're a confident man, like you're doing your thing. And they give them that validation. And then other men see that and say, dang, I had to have validation from other men as well, or else I'm nothing. You know what I mean? Like you kind of turn away from all the great things in your life as soon as you look for validation in other people. You could have the best paying job. You could have a loving family. You could have the loving partner. You could have everything that you ever wanted. Like you could have true fulfillment in life. You could be completing your purpose on earth. But as soon as you feel like you're not up to the social media standards, then you kind of look at everything you have going on in life and you kind of just look at it in a different way. You kind of shame it almost. Like, oh, like your loving girlfriend, you look at her differently because you're looking on social media, you're looking on Instagram, and you saw some dude with 10 girls, and now you're looking at your girlfriend like, oh man. Or you saw some dude that made 100 million bazillion dollars in one day, and you're going to work like, man, you're scrolling, and like you're looking at his feed like, dang. You know what I mean? Like, you shame the things because you seek those things, and you look at them like they're so far out. But that's the thing that they wanted in life. You have to understand that what other people want in life are going to be different than what you want in life. So what do you really want? You can't seek validation from other people because everybody has different desires. Everybody has different opinions. Everybody has different thoughts. So why are you trying to morph yourself into one person's shoes? Like, if you wanted, I'm gonna make this random ass analogy. Hear me out. Random ass analogy. Just hear me out though. I think it'd be fire. So, the analogy is Shaquille O'Neal, big, great, tall person. I don't even know how tall he is. 7 foot? Close to 7 foot? I don't know. Big dude. Everybody knows him. Great player. Great player. Phenomenal player. Phenomenal person. Shout out to him. If you take his shoes and you try to put them on and hop in the court, are you going to be that same player that he was because you have his shoes on now? No! He's size freaking 17. You know what I mean? So why are you taking his shoes and saying like, okay, I could take what he has, put him in my life, and I can do the same thing? There's no fulfillment. You're going to be running around the court like, you know what I mean? Like barely being able to run because you're flopping around in his shoes. So stop trying to live in other people's lives. Other people have the things in their life because they want them in their life. So stop trying to, my apologies. Stop trying to live in other people's shoes. Stop trying to be Shaq. You can still be a phenomenal player, but wear your shoes. You know, like that's the other side of being a confident person. You know, just being the genuine and true person you are. You don't have to act like somebody else to fit in with other people. You know what I mean? Like, just be you. And if they don't rock with you, then so be it. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody's gonna like you. Cool, you have to accept that. That's the beautiful thing of life because you don't like other people. Bet you $1,000 bazillion that there's people that you don't like. And now you're worried about other people not liking you. Make it make sense. Come on, brother. Make it make sense. I'm just trying to say, other people aren't significant in your journey. You can't have a lot of people influencing you on your journey, on your self journey. Everybody's on their own self journey. So your journey, your self journey should include you, yourself. Be confident when you're out in the world. Be you. You know, dig deep into what you find interest in. You know, dig deep in those type of things. Don't go for the trendy things that you see on social media and, you know, everybody's buzzing over them. Everybody's going crazy over them. You don't need to, you know, partake in those things. You just need to partake in the things that you find interesting. You know, like, if you're not the type of person to go out to parties, don't go to parties. If you're the type of person just to be chilling at home, you know, smoking hookah, doing whatever, go stay at home, smoke hookah. You know what I mean? Like, do the things that you love, and that'll embrace who you really are. Just be in the moment of the things that you love to do. And of course, like branch out and explore. You know what I mean? Like that's also the beautiful side of life and being a confident individual, because branching out and exploring is a great way to open up your mind. Big man's going crazy with the scratches over here. But exploring is a great way to open up your mind into different perspectives. And I feel like being confident in your own shoes is understanding that you are you the same way another person could be them. And when I say that in like the micro sense. You are you the same way another person is them. So how you live your life, another person can live their life as well. And so we need to just continue being in the moment for ourselves. Stop looking for the validation of other people. Stop looking for validation for the likes, the comments. You know, like I'm posting this video for the sake of just me chilling and, you know, like growing a community of individuals that like to expand their self journey. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing trendy shit. Like I don't even have social media. Like YouTube, I consider YouTube my only social media. Y'all can probably hear him smacking on his feet. He's cleaning himself. Big boy. Yeah, brother man. Big boy. Yeah. I don't even know what I was saying, but honestly though, that's some real stuff. But confidence versus validation. Validation will leave you empty. Validation will leave you always looking around when people aren't looking at you. You have to understand, people are living their own life. Like they have their own problems. They have their own, situations. They have their own life. So why are you looking to other people to accept your life? Just do you, continue to be yourself. Continue to just be genuine. But I got a piece on the way. That's why I've been checking my phone. No snap? Oh no, okay. Cause your boy is hungry. I went for a 3.5 mile run right out of work, and I didn't have anything to eat yet. So it's 11:38. So I'm chilling. I'm chilling, but I'm just hungry as hell right now. But back on focus. Now I'm playing. But yeah, I like doing these kickback talks with y'all, But think about that. Definitely think about that, and kind of. I hope I brought this to your attention as well. You know what I mean? From seeing it in social media, like the validation, like things always being trendy, and if you're not partaking in those trendy things, you can't fit in. Like recognize those moments, and then recognize what you truly want in life. Recognize the things that you find interesting, because the trendy things, like, try to list off reasons on why you like it, or like why you're partaking in it. And if you can't list off a good amount of reasons, then you have to explain to yourself why you're not interested in it. And then look for the things that you are interested in. Just continue to be genuine. Continue to open yourself up for the sake of you. So, I hope that I brought this to your attention. The difference between confidence and validation. Sending my peace and love your way, wherever you are. Continue being great. Continue being you. Peace and love to y'all. Ema Yuvan. Now get the hell out of here. I got my pizza on the way. Shoot.